The Yu-Gi-Oh video has been highly anticipated, and we're not doing it today.
That's the first line of this new video, Tom.
Hello everybody. You can look in the description. There is a PO box down there, and you can send stuff to it. I guess you don't have to, but like you can, and we're gonna open it. That's gonna
We will.
be either our next nerd poll or our second next nerd poll, where
Yeah,
we just open it up and we're like, "Hello, we would love to see what you sent."
you can send us art. You can send us things. You can send us anything the USPS will allow you to send, and none of the things they don't allow you to send. And
Yep, and really that's it.
yep, and we're excited to see whatever those things might be.
Yeah, the only stipulation I have, the only guidance I have, is if you want to send something, make it something that you are interested in. Because I really want to. I love the things that I love, but I also love when other people love stuff, and I
Yes,
want to see what you guys like.
Tom. Wait. That's not how you draw that. Tom, I
Yeah.
have a theory from our email where
Oh,
you can
great.
send in theories and tell us things that you like about A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, if you can send us theories like.
This one that was sent by, I should have actually pulled that up. Hold on. This one that was sent by, should I read out their name? This was sent by,
Let's just go with first name if it looks like a real name.
it looks like a real name. This is from Steven. I don't know if you want me to say your full name. Thank you, Steven, for sending this in.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know Steven. Steven's full name might be in the comments.
That's also entirely true. Steven, if you don't mind doxing yourself, feel free to do that in the comments.
And if you do mind doxing yourself, sorry.
Okay.
So, what does Steven have for us today?
So this is a smaller one. This is oh wait, no, there's something attached. Never mind. That is a lot less small. Okay, never mind. This is not a small one at all. I'm gonna start with one quote here.
It starts with one quote.
I don't know why.
It doesn't. It doesn't even matter if I cry. I don't know. Keep that in mind.
I have all the things here. I'm gonna start with it's all a bunch of different sections. I don't know if this is what I don't know if this is what you intended. Oh no, that I crossed people's names out instead of putting text in the center. I don't know if this is what you intended. This is what we're starting with. Right here. Actually, it came out pretty well. The nights are very black in Asshai. All agree. And even the brightest days of summer are somehow gray and gloomy.
Occur to you that we do this regularly?
We do
And
what
have-
regularly?
We do this thing that we do regularly, and have done this regularly for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It,
Zach, here's some full disclosure.
you want to know what's like makes this even weirder to think about? Somebody only came up with this theory by watching one of our videos. This popped
Oh
into their head.
no!
Actually, I would say this is from one of our more hinged videos, but that's just staunchly incorrect. The conclusion. The conclusions we come to are reasonable things that could happen. The mind state we were in was not.
Oh, okay. So it's one of the ones that where the conclusions make sense, but we were tripping balls along the way.
That is actually probably one of the best ways to describe it, yes.
Perfect. When was this sent in by Steve? Steven.
Steven sent this in.
Ow! I hit myself in the hand with a hammer!
You've done this a couple times. What?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Thomas mentioned, he's doing repairs on his house, which is why I'm recording today.
Zach, repairs on the house is not what I'm doing.
Okay, describe it. Sorry. Let me answer your question first. This was sent in April 12th, 2023.
Oh my god.
We are a bit behind. I'm pretty sure, Tom, you're going to have to tell me if we did this theory before, but you never opened the email, so I presume we didn't. That would
Some of them I marked as unread, but if it is unread, that means we haven't done it. I might have read it though, but I don't remember reading this one.
Okay. So, excellent. That's a good way to know. And then we're going to have to do an audit at some point, but That is a problem for future Zach and Tom, and man, I hate to be those guys.
Yeah. Sucks to be those assholes. Hey, Zach, the Bills are in the playoffs.
The Bills are in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know that people watch these videos for Buffalo Bills commentary.
That's people are always upset when we don't talk about Buffalo Bills in the first 5 minutes, famously.
Yeah. Hey, this goes right out to that one person who commented on a recent video, sleepy face, napping face, ZZZ. I just want you to know.
I'm glad we helped you fall asleep.
Comments like that, like I usually am like, huh, and then I move on. But I was in a bad mood that day, and I banned you from the.
I'm glad we can help you. What that person was thanking you because they listened to our videos to fall asleep, right?
God damn it! I'll go and ban them.
They're like super appreciative, and they're like shocked that was your reaction.
They're never gonna know. They're just never gonna see another one of our videos.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's true.
Oh man.
Tom.
What was I talking about? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about Asshai or Asshai.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about the Buffalo Bills?
I'm reasonably. I mean, if we want to do an interesting football club video on the Interesting Nerd Network or the Interesting
actually,
page, there can be a Patreon exclusive also if we want. Who knows? I don't know if there's any desire for an interesting football club, but. I know.
We've talked about this. The only desire that needs to exist for us to do something is ours.
That's true. Also, the second we mention this, we're going to get like a message from Michael Talks About Stuff saying, yes, actually.
We're going to get messages from like the 4 other A Song of Ice and Fire YouTubers who are also huge football fans.
Yes.
Oh my god, there's like 4 of them that are just floating around. And when somebody mentions football, they're like, all I ever talk about is nerd stuff.
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
I'm like the one person in all my nerdy communities who cares about football. I found other people. Okay, Tom. Let's talk about Asshai.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Asshai is that like spooky place.
It is.
It's that spooky place with all the like necromancers and shadow binders. So wait a minute. The nights are very black in Asshai, all are gray, and even the brightest days of summer are somehow gray and gloomy. Zach, I would like to solve the puzzle, please.
Go for it.
You are saying that Asshai is still under the long night.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah.
What? No.
I have right here written in this is the Asshai section. Asshai seems like what would happen if the magical cause of A Song of Ice and Fire's winter were to hit a warm climate. Magic, darkness, milk glass, and starvation. From one of the hints.
King.
From one of the hints you got, and I just told you other things that are going to be relevant here. You got a ton of. You basically got why Asshai is in this theory.
From all the way downtown.
That might be a record, Tom. That legit might be a speed run record.
Oh my god, that's fucking awesome! Holy shit, I know how you fucking psychopaths think.
I'm gonna just drop in the other Asshai quotes here. I don't know.
Oh my god, can I try to get some?
Go for it.
Yeah.
These are, I believe these are all from The World of Ice and Fire.
How about the River Stigai? Oh wait, no, the river. Oh, whatever the name of the scary river is.
I don't see it here.
Okay, how about like I think it's like the Shadow City of Stigai, which is like up on a mountain or something. No, okay. How about like nothing grows there?
So kind of a little bit, and the nothing grows there. I think is, yes, that gets mentioned. Most arrive laden with foodstuffs and wine. For beyond the walls of Asshai, little grows save ghost grass, whose glassy glowing stalks are inedible. I thought there was a different plant called hose glass.
No, that's what I have a couple friends with glasses, and that's how I refer to those. Yeah, cool.
Does this fit? That does fit.
Are we gonna talk about the fish? I want to talk about the fish in Asshai so bad.
Talk about the fish in Asshai.
The fish in Asshai are like fucking. There are some truly insane people who like to tout the Westeros is 8,000 years post-nuclear apocalypse. And the terrible, horrifying fish in Asshai are one of the things that they use to suggest that. They're like, oh, man, I don't remember exactly how they're described, but they're terrifying. I hope I'm not confusing them with somewhere else. But
no, I think you're 100% correct.
Yeah. Cool shit. Absolutely.
Ow! How hard did you hit yourself with a hammer this time?
It was a screwdriver.
That's so you've got all 3 D&D damage types there with a screwdriver, hammer, and a saw.
Zach, I like that joke. That's like a 9.6 out of 10 joke. That's
Thank you.
Really good. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So
slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning is the name of my metal band.
That's not a bad metal band name, honestly.
It's pretty good.
How's your font game for that metal band? Is it like all over the place with like things scrawling out of it?
No, I think it's like slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning are all. Each of them is a different font.
Oh, I kind of like that design idea.
Yeah, right. Like bludgeoning is like big and blocky. Piercing is sort of like sharp and angular, and slashing is, I don't know, something else.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah,
if you are in the market for a metal band name and logo, go for it. Just shout us out. Just shout us out.
You know what? I'll expand that even a hair further. If someone has graphic design talents and they feel like mocking up that logo, we're not going to do anything with it, but I kind of want to see it.
Maybe I've been in metal bands before. They weren't any good, but I was in metal bands before.
Oh man, is that like Metal Mario?
Yes.
Cool.
So this the attached document here is where I'm starting from. That's a bunch of supporting quotes for the thrust of this email. It's worked out. This is kind of a this isn't like organized. This is really half baked. And hello.
Hello, how are you? I lagged, or you lagged. One of us lagged.
One of us lagged.
Oh, I might be lagging again.
No. I stopped to think because I kind of like this theory, and there's a I don't know man in this email, and I agree.
This theory contains the phrase "I don't know, man."
I've attached more quotes. I don't know, man, and I'm like, I'm with you there. Like you're onto something, and I'm not sure what that something is. The TLDR makes sense, and like
I also don't know, man.
Yes.
I love it. I'm so excited. All right, what do I need to do and say?
Talking about fish is not, I think, anything written down directly, but it's a really good path to walk down for this one.
Blood raven fish?
Not blood raven.
Patch fish.
Ding.
Let's go.
I'm gonna put this patch face quote here. It's always summer.
I'm on a fucking roll right now. It's always summer under the sea, baby.
Let's just go. Can this go down here? Oh, it definitely can't go down here. That's fine. That'll fit on screen. There we go. It's always summer under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Downwards, downwards, better take it from me.
There will be voodoo and much Cthulhu under the sea.
I'm tempted to do that version of it as a cover now. I'm thinking of doing "Kiss the Girl" for my cover album that I've been working on.
Oh my god! Wait,
that'll
is
be
this the one teasing to me?
no, the one I've been teasing to you is not a cover album. It's an album full of originals, and will be your favorite album of all time, potentially until the day you die or are cryogenically frozen, whatever comes first. Anal bomb cover.
Sorry, God, I'm sorry. Zach, I'm sorry. A lot of my humor is word association, and a lot of the time I have that under control. But I am under the influence of some substances. I have cut my hands many times, and I am currently attaching a reciprocal saw to a piece of laundry.
In this video, the role of Zach will be played by Tom.
We take turns around here.
We do.
You know what I mean.
So it's always summer under the sea, and to like end the album discussion, I'll probably have a cover album out around Valentine's Day with songs that are similar to my album of originals. If you haven't heard my album of originals, it's called Rincaria. It's on every major streaming service, and it's in the description. Tom, I'll remind you to do that.
Yeah, cool. Rincaria rocks.
Thank you.
I have a producer credit.
You do, and did I put that in the trial run physical copies I have? If not, those are going to be exclusive anyways. Those are to prove a point.
By the way, Zach's album is now physical.
I have physical copies. We might do a special giveaway or something.
I was just about to say you can buy a physical copy, but then I wasn't sure about that. Can you do that?
I'm not confident on that yet. I have 60 of them, and friends and family are gonna come first, just so I can say, look, I did it. I made the real thing.
I'll tell you what, you can buy.
We'll talk more about this in a resolution video.
There's 10 physical copies up for purchase, but they cost $250 each.
Tom, someone will spend that money.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have to spend that money.
That's $2,500, motherfucker!
Yeah, yep. That's fair.
Oh god.
All right.
Don't buy Zach's album for $250. Buy it for $3,000.
Can buy it on Bandcamp for like $5.
Go buy Zach's album on Bandcamp for like $5.
All right, Tom.
I don't know what's happening. I've gone insane.
Maybe it's 7. You have. This is correct. I think you hit your hand with a hammer too many times. It's possible you can keep hitting it with a hammer to correct it, like you loop around the other side.
That's what the hammer's been on my shoulders, and I've been using my head. That's what the problem was.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hello, everyone. This is an unhinged recording.
This is. I'm glad we're doing 2 today, so we can edit this one if we need to. If it goes off the rails, like recent episodes may have.
Yeah, you may say to me, Tom, aren't they all off the rails recording? And nah, not like this.
We've had some really good recording. We've had good recording days where we didn't go off the rails too much. This is not one of them. Nope. Tom, it is always summer under the sea.
It is. So it refers to the weather. Yes. Right. It in this case is one of these interesting facets of the English language, right? Where it is a pronoun without a I think it's called a reciprocal. So the sort of phantom reciprocal in this case is it. So the weather is a dog named Summer.
And this is contraction. Summer. The quote I'll give you is, "It is always summer under the sea." And if you know the next sentence, that's also a hint. That's also a ding, actually.
I was doing a bit, and Zach just
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Walked right through it.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were doing a bit. I thought you were working out the theory. You had me so convinced that I thought I was helping you. Instead, I was distracting for your bit. Sorry. Continue your bit. My God.
Just like the mermaid, Zach is getting anemones right in my hair.
Hey, that's a ding.
I've gone insane.
Okay.
Gallons of silver seaweed, maybe.
That's.
We did a whole video on this. Weirdly, it's one of our more popular ones.
Yeah, correct. That was why this is a follow-up to the patch-based prophecy theories.
Shit. Oh no. That was kind of a good video.
That was a banger of a video, honestly. We did really good on that one. And that's one where we were losing our minds and it was kind of all over the place. But we brought it home really well. And that's on brand for us. Sometimes we don't bring it home really well. We definitely lose ourselves in the sauce. Sometimes we find ourselves in the sauce.
This is what Eminem was talking about.
Mom spaghetti.
Lose yourself in the bed. You better you want it. You better never let it go.
You only get one shot. Do not. We've been on an Eminem kick on these videos. Marshall, if you want to come on these videos, if you want to do a guest appearance, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, that's true. We can't afford your fee, but we'll trade you one of Zach's albums.
Yeah, we'll do an album swap. You have rights to have me produce and feature on songs for the rest of time. You just call me up and say, Zach, I need.
No, that's not legally binding.
Are you kidding? If I produce for him, I'm gonna produce for other people. Nobody's gonna be like, man, it's weird that one guy produces for Eminem. I should never look into it further or hire him.
The trouble is the word rights. You have a standing offer.
Standing offer, correct.
Eminem, I know you collect these.
A standing offer that you must reach out to me and formalize. Yes, we go.
There it is. There we go. My lawyer has advised me to tell you.
My lawyer's advised me to amend my previous statement.
My men has lawyered to statement my previous revise.
So, Tom, let's talk about you've hit the heart of this theory very quickly, actually, which is surprising because you don't seem like you would be hitting any parts of this theory very quickly, but you are. You're doing a really good job.
I hit the heart of this theory. Took a long inhale and held it for 15 seconds. Oh my god! Ow! God damn it!
For the people who fall asleep to our videos, maybe don't put this one on too often.
Ow!
You're gonna be like almost asleep, and you're just gonna hear an "Ow! God damn it!" Tom, was that the saw, the hammer, or the screwdriver?
It was the screwdriver. Ow! I'm almost done. I have one. I've been working on these 4 bolts the entire time we've been talking, Zach. You remember that bolt that I talked about all the way at the beginning?
Yeah.
This is number 4.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
How many out of how many?
Out of 4.
Okay.
I'm almost done. Hypothetically. Hypothalamus.
There's some other plants that are related here in this theory.
Oh, some other plants?
This is a plant theory.
This is a plant theory? That's kind of fun. Wait, is this the nuclear power plant theory?
Not that kind of plant.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, there's a very cheeky interpretation of that sentence being correct, but we'll come back to it.
Okay, perfect. The gowns of silver. Your mom. Okay, let me think here for a second. What day of the week is it?
Is this not Monday? Was there not a Buffalo Bills versus Miami Dolphins game yesterday?
Yeah, that rocked.
It was pretty good.
It was a little bit of a scuff, but hey, we won.
If you can reliably get an ugly win, reliably get an ugly win.
Yeah, I don't care at all.
There's no prestige quite like a W.
Yep. Like I would take 10 of those over one of those beautiful losses to the Eagles earlier this season.
Yep.
Anyway, that's like Quidditch for people watching at home. Quidditch is like that game they play in Owl House for the people under the age of 20. Anyway, Zach, what the fuck? What is going on? What are you looking for? You want plants? I got plants for you. Weirwood trees, the shade of the evening trees. You want plants? I got fucking plants. The Arbor Gold and Dornish Red are made from grapes. They have grape leaf foods in Dorne. Let's see.
Do you think Dorne has
Fire.
like a version of like the California raisins that are like they have like old school like medieval minstrel instruments instead of like jazz instruments?
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like the California raisins, right? If we're already off the rails, we might as well go on every garden path conversation to get there that we possibly can. What would like a Dornish version look like, where they're playing like lutes and stuff like that?
California raisin this dick.
That's the end of this conversation. Tom, what's a plant? What's a plant that grows in Asshai? Since that's the other part we've been talking about.
Ghost grass?
Ding!
You already said that!
I didn't mention that it was directly the thread we're pulling on here. And if I did, point it out in the comments.
Usually when the host mentions something directly, then we move on.
Tom, do we hear anything about ghost grass?
Horses don't eat it.
That's correct.
That's the only thing I know about ghost grass. There's a lot of it in the Dothraki Sea.
Ding! I have this quote from Sir Jorah.
Nice.
Jorah says,
I find his chapters unbearable. Because he's a Mormon.
He's not a POV character, so they aren't really his chapters. They're Daenerys chapters, which I find unbearable, but for different reasons. Do something, Danny, goddammit. Do something cool. Dude. More than once a book.
Pokes with stick, come on. Do something.
Oh,
you have to become the savior of the world so that I can rub it in RIG's face.
And to become the savior of the world, and then also not the savior of the world, so I can be correct.
No! Oh, damn it. Alright, hey, comment section, you're not allowed to start a Danny discussion.
Comment section, you do what you want.
They turn ugly every time. Just
they
like
do.
Daenerys chapters.
And clean this up a little bit here. And then I'm going to read it out to you.
Do it, coward. You don't have the guts to clean it up a little.
I do. Actually, I'm doing it quite well. Comments, tell me how well I cleaned up this block of text.
Comments?
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Down in the Shadowlands, beyond Asshai, they say there are oceans of ghost grass, taller than a man on horseback, with stalks as pale as milk glass. It murders all other grass and glows in the dark with the spirits of the damned. The Dothraki claim that someday ghost grass will cover the entire world, and then all life will end.
Oh, there's some prophecy shit.
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh. That sure does. Okay, so we like to talk about that mountains glowing in the wind like leaves quote.
Yes.
Because it doesn't appear to be a prophecy, but it sure does fucking read like a prophecy.
Yes.
You know? And that reads like a prophecy. The one ghost grass will cover the entire world, huh? I wonder what the hell that means. So I'm assuming ghost grass is either so Asshai and the lands of further east appear to in large part exist to serve as metaphors for metaphors and like literary parallels to things in the main story.
Yes.
So, what is ghost grass a metaphor for, and or what specific thing are they like a here there be dragons analog for in the main story? Let me think here. Am I barking up a tree?
Yes, the analog in comparison. I think this theory assumes it's a lot more literal, that there is a literal connection between. So we have two plants here. We have I scrolled again. Weave gowns of silver seaweed, and we have the ghost grass. So we have a gown of silver seaweed, and we have a pale silvery grass.
Oh, okay, hang on. I got something.
Go for it.
You're telling me So there are other magical entities associated with plant life in this series.
Go for it.
The children of the forest.
That's
You are suggesting to me, I ponder that the children of that the White Walkers will be to Ghostgrass as the children of the forest are to weirwood trees.
wow. You actually pretty much just whole shot the theory there.
Let's go! I'm like 5 for 5.
The others. I'm gonna pull up the exact quote here. It's from the prologue. I'm gonna cut a little bit here.
I really like that this series is so well formatted that we can say the prologue and we know and I know exactly what you're fucking talking about. There's only one prologue.
Yeah, everything else is a if somebody dies chapter.
Yeah, there's a few lowercase p prologues, but that's the only prologue.
Yeah. I cut it off a little bit here at the beginning, but no human metal blade had gone to the forge. No human metal had gone to the forging of that blade. It was alive with moonlight, translucent, a shard of crystal so thin it seemed to almost vanished when it was seen at John. There was a faint blue shimmer to the thing, a ghost light that played around its edges, and somehow Will knew it was sharper than any razor. It was alive with moonlight, which is how I would describe Ghostgrass, and it's also how I would describe the silver seaweed. Huh. It has a moonlight sort of quality to it. I'm going to look for more of the silver seaweed, but Patchface is talking about it. We're assuming it's real here. I'm not using every quote you got here, Stephen, but you got some good stuff, and I'm going to try and talk about all of it, or at least work in a lot of it. We have confirmation of these plants multiple times over, and yeah, I think that we could safely say that silver seaweed is probably a real thing that exists in the story, and it's not just Patchface being colorful with his language.
Yeah, it's it's seaweed that's silver. It seems reasonable. Or are you suggesting that that's like a specific species?
I think the implication here is that it's a specific species, and it has a narrative purpose, or at the very least, it could have a narrative purpose.
All right. Interesting. Gallons of silver seaweed. Are we suggesting that narrative purpose is going to have something to do with the Manderleys? Because I know we have mermaids in that same passage.
There's not a lot of mermaids in here.
Or have we gotten through most of it?
I think we've gotten through most of it here. It's like making the connection. I have a bunch of other quotes. I have some from The World. I have stuff about Beyond the Wall, which is a good couple quotes here. And I have stuff about how seasons work in the world of Ice and Fire. And then I have a little bit about Bitter Blooms.
Bitter Blooms.
Bitter Blooms is another George R. R. Martin story that seems to have had some amount of influence on A Song of Ice and Fire. Blue flowers that grow in prolonged winters are a theme in this book. So, it's already borrowed one plant.
Zach has gone quiet, so Tom gets to make Yoda noises.
You do get to make Yoda noises. What do you want? Do you want me to deal you a card here?
I'm sorry. Do I need to say stuff? I'm sorry. I thought you were like.
No.
You were about to start explaining the theory. I didn't know that I was still. I didn't know I still had a job.
Tom, it's okay. You're good. And also we're only 34 minutes in. You're solving this pretty quick. We can take some more time to chew on this theory, really dine on it.
We've been doing this for 35 minutes. It feels like we've been here for 2 hours.
That's because we recorded about two 20-minute outtakes before we recorded an entire episode.
Oh shit. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's talk about it. I love this series. That's not a bit or a tired bit. It kind of sounds like it, but it's not.
No, legit.
I'm having such
We
a
do
good
both
time.
love this series, and this is so why there's so much in here that this is a really baller, valid theory, and it's going off of plant descriptions and the unhinged ramblings of a clown, essentially. And it's one of the most valid interpretations of those things I've ever heard.
Isn't plant descriptions an episode of The Simpsons?
Um, is that the Tamako episode that has the famous Sneed's feed and seed scene?
No, Tomoko is a recurring character in Prosy D's skits.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we got there.
Tom,
Anyway,
do you want another card, or do you want to try and make the jump yourself?
Okay, nudge me in a direction, and then give me a minute, and then I'll try, and then we can take it.
We have some stuff talking about things that happen beyond the wall or in areas that actually I think one of them is in Brand's dreams, and then we have a little bit more of its descriptions in the World of Ice and Fire. We have a Samwell chapter quote here. We have stuff about the seasons that comes from the World of Ice and Fire, and I think you can guess what specifically they're talking about there. And we have,
I think I can probably get that one.
Go for it.
In the World Book, the Maesters, it might be Barth who Septon Barth speculates that the seasons might once have been regular.
Ding.
And the Maesters dismiss this.
Right?
This is obvious madness.
This is Maester Nicole, and yes, based on his works on the movement of stars in the firmament, Nicole argues unconvincingly that the seasons might have once been regular length, determined solely by the way in which the globes face the sun in its heavenly chorus. The notion behind it seems true enough, that the lengthening of shortening of days, if more regular, would have led to more regular seasons. But he could find no evidence that such was ever the case, beyond the most ancient of tales.
Oh, hell yeah. Sidebar, the narrators for the World of Ice and Fire are extremely good, and I could hear that in the voice of the narrator, who says, though he could find no evidence for this beyond the most ancient of tales. Like he like trails off all like, a little like mysterious. It's really good. Yeah, cool. So there's a connection here.
Yes.
Between these plants and the changing of the seasons?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Is it perhaps is this a moon theory?
So the theory kind of has like a chicken and egg question baked into it.
Okay.
And it's fun to think about both possibilities. I want to get one more quote up here because we don't have anything from the Beyond the Wall section except for we do. We have the prologue of Game of Thrones. There's a good chunk of things there. We don't have anything from Bitter Blooms. We have a couple things from the Asshai and the Dothraki sections.
You know what? Why don't you give me a quote from Bitter Blooms, because I won't get them. I have not read Bitter Blooms.
I'm going to take the shorter one because they're all about plants, and this one I think thematically is the most appropriate out of all of them, and I'm going to read it out as I put it in here. A flower tiny, so tiny with 4 blue petals, each the same pale blue shade that Lane's lips had been just before he died. A flower here alive, growing in the 8th year of deep winter, when all the world was dead.
Shit. That's some Game of Thronesy bullshit.
That is some very Game of Thronesy bullshit there. And then, is there anything else I want to toss up here? I do. I want to take this obligatory. There's a obligatory external stuff section, and we love external hints on this channel.
Nice, nice.
I don't know if George R. R. Martin knows this, but the theming is definitely has escaped its like origin here. George R. R. Martin might know an author who knew this and been influenced by his work. So I'm going to put this bit of Japanese folklore here.
Oh, cool.
In Japanese folklore, I'm going to butcher my Japanese here. Kusanagai no surugai. And I say all Japanese like that because I learned it from anime. I'm very sorry. Or the grass-cutting sword is a magical white sword representing the virtue of valor.
That sounds a lot like Dawn.
There's an obligatory Dawn section here. So I'm going to put that.
Right. Nice. Gimme.
The blade was Pal's milk glass, alive with light.
Oh, we talked about this on a stream with Miro once.
Yes. We talked about the other bones.
On a video with Miro once. Yeah. Is that relevant?
Kind of. It's in the obligatory extra section here.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna take a quote. I'm gonna take where this came from in Steven's email here. He says, "It started out as me interpreting it's always summer under the sea as it's never winter under the sea because the others are fey creatures who can't handle running water."
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's not necessarily where this goes, but there's a huge as he points out, there's a huge asymmetry between summer and winter in A Song of Ice and Fire. Summer does not seem to be magically inflicted. There's a full range of weather. It rains in A Song of Ice and Fire, and it rains in a fairly like normal, non-magical system of it, right? There's no evidence that when it rains or when it's dry or when it's whatever, it has anything to do with any sort of external magic. But winter is clearly magical.
You know, these are very interesting points, actually.
Yeah. The summer seems to be a dearth of a lack of magic, and I'm extrapolating off the theory here. Interestingly, we are churning towards winter as magic is returning to the world.
I love the word dearth.
Dearth is up there with like detritus for me and words we need to use more often as a society.
That's another good one.
Good one. We use detritus in my friend group a lot. It's a very good word.
I wish for you to try this snack.
Thank you, I will.
You know, Zach, I appreciate that you let me have my bits.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Nobody else lets me have my bits. It means a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It means a lot.
That.
You know?
Yeah, it does. Tom,
Yeah.
do you think you can send this theory home, or do you want me to give you the whole sort of rambly, semi-coherent?
String it together for me.
These plants have, in real life, ways they adapt to seasons, right?
That's true. I've heard that.
These plants might be magically adapted to the seasons. And the seaweed might be a offshoot, right? Like some plants pollinate, you know, like is it dandelions are the ones you can blow the little seeds around, and that's what, you know, one of the ways it gets around. That's a way of spreading itself to new places. What if milkgrass and seaweed are highly are related? They're part of the same plant, and they're a highly invasive species of plant, and they are either a driving force of winter, or they are something that grows and takes root during winter, but can survive into the summer and the scar of the last long night. And it's going to pick up again and start driving life out in the winds of winter and the winter we're going to witness in the books.
So, like, I have an image in my brain of like Bran and Mira walking north. Right, they're traveling north, and they start crossing fields upon fields of ghost grass. Fields of it, hundreds of thousands of miles of it. I mean, it's cool. It's cool, and I like it.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good interpretation of the stuff we have here. Stephen, I don't know if this is 100% where you're going. The TLDR is everybody is going to die because of invasive species smuggled past customs by irresponsible wizards. Which, I mean...
fucking knew it.
Yeah, it's possible, I think entirely. Yeah, this is an invasive species of plant that either causes winter or excels in winter, right? Like, winter is what it's made for, and because it's going to end up in places it wasn't previously, because the seaweed has moved along, or, the plants have been moved from place to place, it's going to grow rapidly and cause mass devastation during winter in places that are already going to, you can't grow as much food during winter. You can't have as many animals and all that. You throw in a blight of a plant that strangles out all other plants, and you can grow functionally nothing during winter at that point.
Oh my god. This conjures images in a dream of spring of a desolation.
Yeah, and the Scourging of the Shire is something that George R. R. Martin brings up a lot in how he wants to end his books. There is a legacy of the war that is permanent. You didn't defeat the bad guys and go back to life as it was before. Some things are going to be changed forever. And if we're also thinking of, the others as a metaphor for a climate apocalypse, what better way than nothing will ever grow in some of these places ever again, and people just can't live here.
Yeah, this place is permanently changed. Zach, I kind of like it, actually.
Yeah. I kind of like this a lot. And I think that there's a lot there with the Patchface thread to pull on.
Huh.
Patchface has been right about a lot of things so far.
Yeah.
And he does mention silver seaweed, and that does sound a lot like the ghost grass. And we also get that, I want to circle the Jorah quote here. What the fuck is this if not a warning? Right?
Yeah.
The Dothraki claim that someday ghost grass will cover the entire world and then all life will end. Like, holy shit. Like, we kind of let that line slide by, but, like, that sounds like a setup for something.
Do you want me to spell it out for you, Hannah?
Sir Jorah Mormont turns to camera too.
The Eagles are turning people into horses.
Tom, there's more quotes here, but I think we got to the heart of this theory. There's some stuff about the heart of winter being used a lot, and they talk about a heart of darkness in Asshai. There's more stuff about Bran's visions of the future in the others, but this is really it might be associated with the others, it might be part of their apocalypse, it might be magical in nature, and even if it isn't, it might be in tune for winter, it might be a part of what winter brings, is the core of this theory.
It doesn't need to be caused by the others right, it doesn't need to be like part of the others' plans to be destructive, right?
And the grass does have a similarity to how their weapons are described too, is the other interesting part.
Oh yeah, that is a good point.
So maybe that's what makes the other weapons is. Oh, this kind of reminds me of something else. Do you remember? Have you ever watched Creepshow?
I haven't.
So in Creepshow, it's all Stephen King inspired, and Stephen King actually plays a character in one of them.
Yeah, I've
And
heard of this.
Stephen King plays this. I don't think it's inappropriate in the year 2024 to say country bumpkin. Is that a bad word? I know it's a.
I don't think so, but I also don't know what I'm talking about a lot of the time.
Yeah, he plays this. You know,
Fuck you.
no, I agree. I'm also equally as clueless in this regard. He plays this guy on a farm, and a meteorite crashes down and turns him into a plant monster, essentially, or like he gets like a plant infection that starts like consuming him, sort of. If
That's the plot of a Lovecraft story.
I think it might be heavily inspired by that Lovecraft story. And also, you know who is heavily inspired by Lovecraft? George R. R. Martin.
Who?
The author of A Song of Ice and Fire.
What?
Yeah. So, Tom, what's the story? What's the story of where Dawn came from?
I'm sorry, Zach.
Where did Dawn come from?
Dawn. Is Dawn a stolen other sword?
Well, Dawn came from a fallen star, right? Starfall is where House Dane is from. What if this is an alien plant that crashed down, and when they said it came from a fallen star, like they found some of this plant and used it to form the sword, or it's like an essential part of it? Or
they meant a fucking spaceship?
When it came from a fallen... Oh my god, that's even more ingenious.
Are you telling me that the end of this is going to turn into The Thing?
The others are literally from another planet, and the fallen star was like, they like, here, you guys like swords, right? Check out this shit. That is some extra tinfoil. I don't believe that one, but that's cool as hell.
That actually kind of fucking rocks. I mean, it's impossible, right? It can't possibly be the case, right?
It's highly unlikely, but wonderfully, it is possible.
George, I'd love another book.
Yeah, as would I, George.
Hey, you do what you got to do, but I would love another book.
I agree. I very much agree.
I trust you to do what makes you happy, but you love another book. Zach, I think my thing might be done, by the way.
You think you're done hitting yourself with various tools?
That's not what I said.
You said your thing might be done. What's your thing?
What? Yeah, well, it is that thing, but that doesn't mean I'm done hitting myself with tools.
Oh, is this step one on a road to another step?
Correct.
Well, join us in the next video, or potentially the previous video, depending on when we release these, to figure out what the next step is. Tom, I think we're done with this theory. Thank you so much for sending it in, and you can send theories in yourself if you're listening to this, watching this, in the email and description. Thank you, Stephen. This is a great one. I had a lot of fun with this one, Tom.
Too. It's very interesting. And I kind of love it, actually. I think I've come around to it now. It's really fun.
Yeah. I like this line here that I didn't read out. Is silver seaweed another shiny white blade of magical death? And that would give us at least 3, and depending on what Dawn is used for, 4.
I love it. I also kind of hate it, but I do love it.
Oh,
all right, Zach.
Sorry, one other thing.
Okay.
One other thing I should have brought up. One other thing I should have brought up in the email. I'm just covering my bases here. Ghostgrass lives in the magical darkness of the shadow beyond Asshai, and the others bring darkness with them in the prologue.
Ooh. Or else darkness comes when they. Wait. Okay. So it's
what?
Like.
Tom, I'm throwing some more craziness on the end of this video. What if during the battle that Euron's about to start? What if there's like a huge influx of silver seaweed?
Ooh! Oh my God! What if it grows with blood sacrifice?
Yeah, the people are falling into the water, and then the next day it washes up on shore.
I mean, I don't hate it. Actually, I kind of love it.
Yeah, I kind of love it. Well, that's my addition to this theory. Tom, thank you for doing this with me, as always. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure to, as a YouTubers say, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go drink some Bactine.
Some what?
Some antibacterial.
Oh.
Wound salve.
Good call. Good call.
Because I cut my hand several times during this. This is a joke, Zach. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's one of those funny things.
It's one of those funny things where you pretend you were gruesomely injured during the production of a video.